Hey, John O'Brien, you want to not be poor? Here you go. I'm coming to you straight and no chaser. If there's an end to the story, can we please start there? So let me start at the end of this story because I was homeless for 6 months of my life. My mom and dad battled over money when I was 5 years old. Had to call the police on my dad who was beating up on my mother. What did they argue about? Money. What did they lose? Everything. Because my dad could make it but couldn't keep it and lost it all in part because he wouldn't listen to my mother. My dad was great at making it. My mother was good at managing it, but they didn't work as partners. They didn't realize that, and this is the only time that math does not work is in a partnership or relationship where 2 plus 2 must equal more than 4. If you're not better together, then what are you doing? So that's the first mistake that was made. But I'm just giving you some context of how I can relate to this topic. I lost my best friend when I was 9. I lost a guy who saved my life when I was 7, both murdered, tied to drugs in my neighborhood of South Central LA in Compton, California. I already mentioned homeless 6 months of my life. Didn't have anything other than I did have a mother who told me she loved me every day of my life. So I had high self esteem. So I'm going to give you that I had an advantage on maybe most folks watching this video. But let me start by saying this. The number one way to not be poor, and I'm looking at my life now backwards as somebody who owns 700 homes today through the Promise Homes Company with my partners there. Once owned that company alone. Now it's through a partnership as we grow it. My mother owned 7 homes. My grandfather owned one home, a farm worth $700. So we gone from one home to 7 homes to 700 in little more than 2 generations. How did we do it? How is my mother's credit score 857 or some crazy thing like that? My credit score is now over 800. My wife's credit score over 800 because success is a habit and so is failure. If you hang around 9 broke people, you'll be the 10th. Did you hear what I just said? If you hang around 9 broke people, you'll be the 10th. This is some hard medicine, but I'm coming to you straight because I love you enough to tell you this truth. I'd rather you respect me and learn to like me. This is what parenting is all about. Then like me and never respect me. Can I get an amen? We got too many folks raising children as if they're your friends. No. I'd rather you respect me. Hello. Tell you what I think is best for you, not what you want to hear, and let you learn to like me. Then like me, and you never respect me because I never tell you what really is in your best interest. You may not like me very much after I tell you this, but the first thing I've already said to you, which is hard medicine, is if you hang around 9 broke people, you'll be the 10th. Whatever you hang around, you will be. It is your environment. It is your culture. It is everything. Here's the next big thing. Please write this down. You want to do the exact opposite of what poor people are doing. Poverty beyond sustenance poverty, which is a roof over your head, food on the table, reasonable health care, wellness. So I'm not talking about that kind of poverty. So I'm not blaming on the poor the inability to get basic sustenance. Please understand, I'm not talking about that. All other forms of poverty start right here. That's right. Because whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you're right. Whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you're absolutely right. I'm getting ahead of myself. Here's my I think my third rule for you. I'm not using any notes here. I'm just talking to you. Whatever poor people are doing around you, poor in spirit, do the exact opposite. You hear me? Whatever they're doing, do the exact opposite. I'm not picking on black poverty, white poverty, Latino poverty, Asian poverty, Indian poverty. I'm saying that the color here is green, right? And you want some more of it, which leads me to another point. Poor people focus on the wrong thing. I'm like, I want to make this money. I want to get this dollar. I want to get paid. I want to get this scratch. I want to get this moolah, this money. Wrong. That's how you make a living, not a life. It's not about making money. It's about building wealth. Did you get that? You build wealth in your sleep. Boom, drop the mic. It's not about making money during the day. It's about building wealth while you sleep. Stocks, bonds, real estate. Owning a home. 41% of black folks own a home for the same cost of a rental payment, right? I own rental houses. I'd love for you to rent from me. I don't want you to stay there forever. I don't want you to be at the Promise Homes Company forever or in any place else that rents homes. I want you to come stage your next launch on your future, to advance yourself and bounce. No different than you should be working at McDonald's for the rest of your life. It's not a nice place when you're 16 or maybe 25. You shouldn't be there when you're 55, if you can help it. So you need to understand that you need to be progressing your life. PhD is good, and PhD is even better. Success is going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. Did you hear what I just said? Whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you're right. I just said it again because I want to pound it in your head. You must take no for vitamins. See what I'm saying? It's the exact opposite of what poor people believe. Here's another one. Only in the dictionary does the word success come before the word work. Folks who are poor, i.e. depressed, just want to party, just want to chill, just want to have fun, just want to have immediate gratification. Well, you are financing folks who are really wealthy. By the way, going back to wealthy, stocks, bonds, real estate, investment income, securities, annuities, things that build wealth, education, build wealth in your sleep. Folks who want to floss in real time, money has velocity, and it's either going up or going out. There's good debt and bad debt. Financing jewelry, flossing is bad debt. It is depreciating. Financing a home, financing your education, financing a business, investing in yourself, and I mean that's good debt. That has an opportunity to go up, to appreciate. You want as much good debt in your life. You want the least bad debt in your life. You want to really have no bad debt. Where's all the check cashers, payday loan lenders, rent-to-own stores, title lenders, liquor stores, pawn shops in 500 credit score neighborhoods? That's the work of Operation Hope, right here, right? It's in 500 credit score neighborhoods, trying to get these folks in these neighborhoods to understand that there are only riots in 500 credit score neighborhoods. That's where you have the crime, the people doing the time. That's where you have a low levels of dual parent households, high levels of single parent households, too much drugs, too much alcoholism, not enough education, not enough higher education, not enough small business creation, not enough home ownership creation. You have folks who are depressed and financially illiterate and who are being preyed upon by the folks I just mentioned to you. Check cashers, payday loan lenders, rent-to-own stores, title lenders, liquor stores, pawn shops, title lenders, and the whole ilk of folks who are preying on your lack of financial literacy and self-esteem. If I don't like me, I'm not going to like you. If I don't feel good about me, I'm not going to feel good about you. If I don't respect me, don't expect me to respect you. If I don't have a purpose in my life, I'll make your life a living hell. Because whatever goes around comes around. Can I get an amen? Ambassador Andrew Young said, he was on that balcony when Dr. King was assassinated in 1968. My mentor, my friend, leader of the civil rights movement, helped me now with the civil rights movement, has said this: to live in a system of free enterprise, not to understand the rules of free enterprise, must be the very definition of slavery. I'll repeat that. To live in a system of free enterprise, not to understand the rules of free enterprise, must be the very definition of slavery. That's what I'm talking about Black Capitalist Matter, right? It is a play. Yes, it is a play on Black Lives Matter, but just saving your life is not enough. You must not just create a life. You must create a living. You must move from just cashing a check as an employee to writing a check as an employer, from living and from visiting the house to owning the house. Can I get an amen? From being a small business dreamer to a small business owner, to owning assets, and those assets cannot just be on your ASS. We must change our lens on life to change our life, because what you see is who you will be. Boom, drop the mic. Whatever poor people are doing, do the exact opposite, because eagles don't fly in packs. You've never seen a flock of eagles. There are three types of eagles, like three types of people, like three types of birds. There are eagles, there are buzzards, and there are turkeys. Eagles don't fly in packs. They're high altitude birds. You don't understand an eagle. Why did John not go to the club? I was working. Why wasn't John hanging out and partying? I was working. Why was not John flossing? I was saving. Why did John live under his means? I was investing. Why was John going over here when everybody was going there? Because that's where the billionaires and the millionaires were and the successful people were, and I want to see what they were doing. And these folks over here were poor people hanging around poor people. I've already said that you hang around 9 broke people, you'll be the 10th. Why was I hustling? Because I didn't have capital. The only capital I had was my time. I wanted to invest my time, because hustle creates more hustle. Can I get an amen? So you've got to understand that you are the product. It is you. So eagles don't fly in packs. Not everybody's going to understand you. Everybody's not going to be able to go with you. You can't take everybody to where you're going next. You wish them well. But I tell you what, you get between me and where I'm going, I feel sorry for you, because over, around, and through it, I'm coming to it. Next kind of bird is a buzzard. A buzzard is a low altitude bird. Buzzards love packs. Buzzards are always stepping on your head to elevate themselves. Hello. Always player hating, never player congratulating, always got something negative to say about somebody. If somebody's watching this video and player hating me, got their arms like this, got their head going, talking, why? I haven't done anything to you but try to help you. Somebody once said, it was and you put in the notes, I don't want to get her name wrong. I don't think it was Harriet Tubman. It was one of the leaders of the Underground Railroad. She said, I would have saved more slaves if they only knew they were slaves. Or I could flip and say, I could have saved more slaves if folks only knew they weren't enslaved. There's a way out. So you got to change your mindset to change your life. But buzzards love packs. They're always player hating, never player congratulating, never talking about their ideas, always talking about somebody else. Never talking about what they're going to do, talking about somebody else is not going to do. Somebody else is not doing. Let me tell you something. I like what I'm doing much better than what you're not doing. I don't mean you, I mean you generally. Can I get another amen? The third kind of bird is a turkey, because a turkey's got wings and can't even fly. All they do is profile. Translation, trying to be something they are not. Got wings and can't fly. I don't want you hanging around buzzards or turkeys. I want you to hang around you, because you are the best product you got, and realize the one thing you cannot reproduce is time. You are older after watching this video. Are you wiser? Peace, light, love. Go to Operation Hope and take your life back. The services are free. Why wouldn't you go there? We may remove credit scores, 54 points in 6 months, 120 points in 24 months. Nothing changes your life more than God or love than moving your credit score 120 points. Can I get an amen again? Why wouldn't you go there? The services are free. 4 million clients, $4 billion invested, the largest underserved coach in the nation for the underserved. We're in 200 communities, 200 offices across America, and growing. Why wouldn't you go there? Because we're going to help you unleash your dreams. Unless you're depressed, unless you're distressed, unless you have a surviving mentality, not a thriving or a winning mentality, unless your mindset is wrong because you're hanging around with the wrong people and you have been convinced that you can't win. Like I said, the best thing you can do for poor people is not to be one of them, so that you can get some wealth, get some income, become a capitalist, become an owner, and help your community to help themselves. Become a capitalist and then become a philanthropist and help those who can't help themselves. And go get up from nothing. It's not a story of my success, it's a story of my failure. And I'm proud of it, because rainbows only follow storms. You cannot have a rainbow without a storm first. I specialize in walking through storms. What do you specialize in?